Hey, welcome back guys. Mikey VPT here with VPT vlog session number 1. It's the first one in a long line of question and answer kind of thing where you send me the questions and I give you the answers in video form. So 5 questions tonight, 5 next week, 5 the week after that, and you can see where this is going. Hopefully I can answer your question in a timely manner. But as always, keep sending questions, comments. I love it. It's a great feeling to see the amount of feedback I got from the last video. So as always, keep sending the questions. So let's get on to these new questions here. Number 1, which electronic drum set are you using? A lot of times people see the video and they don't recognize the drum set. It's actually an RET Percussion electronic drum set. It's got real heads, real drum hardware. It feels like my acoustic kit. That's the number 1 plus for using RET. A lot of my YouTube friends out there have gone with RET and they're loving it. I'm loving it. I use the Stealth model. It's a smaller kit than their other Fusion line that uses a little bit larger drums, but it's perfect for my studio upstairs. It's got a tighter rack. You know, it still has the smart trigger symbols. Everything about it is still RET quality, but it's just a little bit more compact. Perfect for my studio. Number 2, handy dandy notebook. I get a question a lot of times that the people are looking for an electronic kit that is cheaper, but it still works excellently. And really, the only thing I can say to that is if you are serious about your music or you want something of quality to come out of what you're doing, go for an RET kit. Sure, it's a little bit more expensive, right? But it's pro quality. And I mean, I've been in your shoes where you're thinking, well, it's a lot of money to put out for an electronic kit. But if you put in a little bit extra now, then you get a ton back. I mean, I'd say the RET kit is the number 1 reason why my personal studio life has kind of taken off. I mean, I'm getting asked to do drum work from people that I've never met before just through YouTube. By them seeing my kit, the quality of sound, the playability, the realistic feel and just response that I get from the RET kit. So I definitely would suggest saving just a little bit extra and getting something that you really want versus something that you can get on eBay real cheap. Number 3, this is kind of a 2-parter, number 3 and number 4. This comes from the user Virtual Drummer. Virtual Drummer asks, why is RET Percussion better than Roland? What are the differences in sound quality and hardware? And the first thing I have to say is that it's not really about being better than one, this being better than that. And it's really, you can't really compare the two. Other companies that are making these drum sets still use modules and things like that, which is totally cool if you're into that. But I think with the new wave of software, using BFD2, Superior Drummer 2, Addictive Drums, Ocean Way, Steven Slate, etc., etc. When you get into that kind of thing, it's really a whole new ball game. Now, what I can say is that the differences between the two is sound quality is much better. I've used Easy Drummer a lot. The actual samples that you get versus the module sound is fantastically better. It's an actual drum sound that you hear. So when I hit my snare, I'm hearing a snare. Not a really compressed, computerized idea of what a snare should sound like. So the sound quality, hands down, better. Hardware. Like I said before, the RET kits use real drum heads. You can use whatever you want, Remo, Evans, Aquarian, whatever you want. Real drum hardware, rims, shells are actually wood, 8-ply shells. So that's really the main difference. It feels more like an acoustic kit. It doesn't have mesh, which is too bouncy for me, and a hard rubber pad, which is just as bad. The second part, number 4. Virtual Drummer. He's got a V-drum kit and an Alesis Trigger IO. The Alesis Trigger IO, this is off the question, is the trigger to MIDI interface, the drum to computer software interface that RET Percussion uses. It doesn't have any onboard sounds. It just kind of takes your hits, takes it into your computer, and reproduces your sound that you're looking for. So he has a V-drum kit and Alesis Trigger IO, but it hasn't been working like he's seen in my other videos. And he wants to know why not. The number one reason why not is because the Alesis Trigger IO was designed to work with an electronic kit that uses real drum heads, and that's the biggest thing I can say. You know, a V-drum kit doesn't have a real drum head, so it's not going to respond quite like the Trigger IO is meant for. And that's really it. That's really it. It's crazy. Number 5, last question of VPT vlog number uno. What's the benefit of using virtual percussion technology over standard electronic drumming? And like I've said before, it's just the sound quality, the ease of use for recording. You know, I can't tell you how much, you know, using BFD2, Superior, Addictive Drums, Ocean Way has really helped my studio life out, because people don't understand yet that I'm not using a mic'd up acoustic kit. I'm using VPT, Virtual Percussion. I'm using the standards in electronic drumming software. And really that's the biggest benefit. I'm using a kit that feels real, looks real, so I can gig out with it, and people are almost clueless to that fact. And when I record, it sounds incredible. Now, some of the nitty-gritty details is if I'm recording and I hit a wrong note, or something just doesn't sound right. I don't like my snare drum. I don't like my bass drum. Well, the easiest thing I can do, I can open up my MIDI track, delete a snare part. If I accidentally, you know, add in an extra snare hit, I can virtually create my entire drum track without even touching my drums if I wanted to. But because I'm a drummer, I want to sit down, I want to feel my kit, I want to play my track, and then if I want to add in a crash where I forgot a crash, it's a click of a button. If I don't like my snare sound, I can switch it out for, you know, a leady snare, Pearl, Tama, Yamaha, whatever I want. It's a click of a button. So that's really the biggest thing I can say, is I'm using actual drum sounds when I play. So that's been Virtual Percussion Technology vlog number 1. And I do apologize if I didn't get to your question. I get a lot of questions, so keep sending them. Like I said, I'm taking the top 5 that I get each week. So every Monday night I'm going to upload a video. Tuesday it'll be for you to view. Check it out. Hopefully you guys get something out of this. I'm going to hopefully itemize everything so it's really easy to find a video that answers your question. So like I said, questions, send them my way so I can have something to talk about in the next vlog. Mikey VPT signing out, and I'll see you guys next time.